While I was in the hospital, my wife took off her ring for 30 days. She didn't even meet me when I was discharged, saying, "I'm on a date with my boyfriend." "Oh, he's living with us now. I put your stuff in the basement and made a couch there for you." I left a surprise box for them in the bedroom and vanished. That night, I got frantic texts, "Please come back." The construction accident happened on a Thursday. Steel beam came loose, caught me across the back. Fractured spine in 2 places, internal bleeding, collapsed lung. I was in a coma for 3 weeks. When I finally woke up, my phone was on the bedside table. 47 notifications. 46 from my co-workers and my sister. 1 from my wife. It said, "Let me know if you need anything." That was it. 4 days after I woke up. Not "When am I coming home?" Not "I miss you." Just that cold, distant offer she never intended to follow through on. My co-worker Joseph's wife visited me 6 times. Brought me real food because hospital meals were garbage. My own wife couldn't make the 30-minute drive once. I spent 5 weeks in that hospital. Physical therapy was brutal. Learning to walk again while wondering why the person who promised to be there in sickness and health had completely vanished. The nurses started asking where my family was. I lied, said they were busy with work. Too embarrassed to admit my wife had effectively ghosted me while I was learning to use a walker. Discharge day came on a Tuesday. I called her that morning. She answered on the 5th ring, annoyed. "They're releasing me today?" I said, "Can you pick me up around 2?" She sighed. "I'm actually busy today. Just get an Uber or something." Busy. I'd been in the hospital for over a month and she was busy. I called an Uber. The driver, this older guy named Gilbert, saw me struggling with my bag and the walker. He helped me to the car, helped me out at my house, even walked me to the front door. I tipped him $60. More kindness from a stranger than I'd gotten from my wife in weeks. I opened the front door and immediately heard laughter. Her laugh, and a deeper voice I didn't recognize. They were on the couch in my living room. Our living room. Some guy had his arm draped over her shoulders. She was wearing a new dress I'd never seen. Jewelry I didn't buy her. My wedding photo that used to sit on the mantle was face down behind the TV. She glanced up, barely registered my presence. "Oh, you're back. Not welcome home. Not are you okay. Just acknowledged I existed. This is Silvio," she said, like she was introducing a coworker. "He's going to be staying with us for a while. We talked about it. We never talked about anything." She took a sip of wine from my favorite mug, the one my dad gave me before he passed. "Your stuff is in the basement. I made up the couch down there for you. Should be comfortable enough until you figure things out." The basement. The same basement where I'd spent $12,000 last year building her dream home office. Custom shelving, new carpet, professional lighting setup for her photography hobby. She quit after 2 months. Silvio smirked. Didn't even have the decency to look uncomfortable. Something in me went ice cold. No anger, no shouting, just clarity. I nodded slowly. "Okay, I just need to grab a few things from the bedroom." She waved me off, already turning back to him, giggling at something he whispered. I made my way upstairs, each step agony on my healing back. Went into our bedroom, into our closet. That's where I found the file. The one my lawyer gave me 2 months before the accident. I'd forgotten about it in all the chaos. See, the house we lived in wasn't ours. It was mine. Inheritance from my grandfather, titled only in my name. My wife never knew that detail. She assumed marriage meant she owned half. I took the deed, both our passports, our tax documents, and I left one single thing behind on her pillow, a manila envelope. Inside were eviction papers, 30 days notice, legal, binding, and ironclad. I called my sister from the Uber. She met me at her place with my favorite takeout and didn't ask questions when I said I needed to crash for a while. Then I waited. For 28 days, nothing. Radio silence. She didn't call, didn't text. I figured she hadn't found the envelope yet. Maybe it was buried under Silvio's stuff. Day 29, my phone exploded. 18 missed calls, dozen texts, all from her. The voicemail started angry. "You can't do this. I have rights." Then confused. "Is this real? Did you really file eviction?" Then desperate. The last one was her crying, actual sobbing, saying Silvio packed up and left the second he found out the house wasn't hers. Turns out he was only interested when he thought she had assets. She sent one final text at 2 in the morning. "Please, I'm sorry. I'll do anything. Just let me stay." I stared at that message for a long time. Remembered every hospital visit she didn't make, every call she didn't answer, the way she moved another man into my house while I was learning to walk again. I texted back 6 words. "Basement couch is all yours now."